Good afternoon, everyone. This is Lynn from Paper Peas. First and foremost, thank you so much for taking the time to tune into my channel. Today I am going to be contributing to hashtag Thrifty Thursday, which is hosted by Turquoise Dreaming. I'm going to make sure that I link her information in my YouTube description. Today I have a couple of items that I'm going to cover. Now, one is going to be the Wizard of Oz book. I was able to curate this book. This is from 1944, I believe. And it's by Frank Baum, L. Frank Baum, and illustrated by W.W. Denslow. So this is not one of the most recent adaptations. This is pretty much close to almost like the original. It's not, but it's almost close to it. And so I wanted to go ahead and get this book because I am contemplating, more than likely I'm going to participate in hashtag Oz in July. And to go along with that, I was able to come across, I'm not gonna say come across, I had to hunt for it. I had to hunt for it. I was able to find, let me turn this over so I can show you, this Wizard of Oz fabric. I did not get a full yard. I think or did I get a yard? No, I got a half a yard. And I'm probably going to regret that I did not get a full yard of it, but I was able to acquire this. And it's my intent to use this fabric as the cover for the journal that I am contemplating preparing for hashtag Oz in July. I'm gonna set this to the side and cover a few other items. Really quick about the book. So I know that it has some damage, and I'm okay with that. It's an old book. But what I love about it is the imagery. What I love about this particular book is it is sticking pretty much, true to form. It is not a screen adaptation, which are still wonderful. But if I'm going to work on the journal, I wanted to make sure that I had as much of the original material as possible so that I could determine which way I wanted to go. So I really am pleased with this. This is one of the movies that I like to watch when it came out when I was a young girl. Look, Glinda the Good Witch, The Colors of Wicked. I'm happy with this find, okay? So set these things here. Well, in one of my thrift stores that I like to venture out to, I came across Robert's Atlas of Discovery. This book, look at the cover, look at the inside of it. This is beautiful. This was published back in, when was this published? 1973. And so I really, just doing a quick flip on it, I love the imagery in here. The maps. I really like this book a lot. So I think that was a wonderful find. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I came across the MLA Handbook for Writers' Research Papers. Now, when you open this book, there's not a lot to it, but what I love about it is the typography in here, okay? I was about to say that, and I was trying to figure, is it typography or topography? I'm going to say the topography in here. What I like about it is, and I'm going to disseminate it, there's not a whole lot I can do with this book, but it's the original typing in here that I am going to enjoy using in some of my crafting. So I'm happy with that. I came across a score for Rhapsody in Blue, Warner Brothers. This was, when was this prepared? Can you see it? 1924, 1956. Warner Brother Music. Love it. Love it. From the works of George Gershwin. Like that. See, this is that. Another one I was able to find. Chariots of Fire. Chariots of Fire. This was scored in 1981. Now we know this is not the full piece of it, but still, this is nice. I like that. Here's another one I was able to find, and I already know for a fact I'll be using this to prepare a journal. Cheers. This alone has me. Oh my gosh. When I saw it, I was like, yep, let me grab that, okay? This was prepared in 1982. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I came across this so beautiful book. This is a 2001 magazine. This is nice. What got me when I first picked the book up, I was like, it's a magazine. But what got me was the fact that has this pattern in it, or these sets of patterns in here. And I was just elated about that. I love this. And so once I have an opportunity to, really pull it out and take a moment to look at it, just the fact that I was able to score this component of it is for me, is a wonderful find. And then when I take and look at all the other items in here, I'm pleased with those as well. I came across Hospitality in Candle Wicking. Now, this was, when was this prepared? I don't know, but this book's, 1982. This is, to me, it's interesting because it says Hospitality in Candle Wicking, but it's not showing candle wicking. Interesting. But these pieces are somehow out of the magazine. So this is nice. This large pattern piece here. This is nice. So don't know how I'll use it. Don't know what I'm going to physically do with it right off the bat. But I can see, somebody cut a piece. Somebody has cut this before. So, okay. But there's still, I think, a lot of good bones to this as well. Let me see if the other one is cut too. No, so here it is. So these are iron-on patterns. I guess so. Okay. If I don't tear it up, thank goodness. Look, thank goodness I didn't tear the whole thing. Wow. Okay, even at that rate, it's still good. Okay. Woo, got me nervous there. But it says these are iron-on patterns. Interesting, interesting, and interesting. But I need to be careful because, as you can see, the paper is really delicate. Now, this may not be everybody's cup of tea. And I'm okay with it. I'm going to sit these things to the side. But I am okay with it because I like the abstract future potential use. This is the Absolute book. Once again, this was at the thrift store, okay? What I like about this book is, when was this prepared? This was prepared in 1996, okay? What I like about this book is that, and it's broken down into several chapters, but immediately when I looked at this, I was like, oh my goodness, is this not a beautiful picture? I don't care about, all of that. I can decoupage over there, or do something, or, we can do something. I can put something over there. But it's the fact that this is nice, okay? Get to another photograph. I stood there and I kind of, flipped through it a little bit, and I was like, okay. To show you the imagery. I'm not in agreement with this by any means, but once again, find something else. Okay, here's one. Prime example. I like it. Not necessarily this, but we can always put something over there too, right? There's just like this page. There's nothing there. There are so many. Look at this one. me get to some of the other ones that I like this. There's something to almost every other page. Look, this is interesting. And if you've seen this before, I understand, but I've never seen this before. But I do like the photography in here. And I do, so like here, it's not a bottle of the alcohol, but it's an outline of it, you know? We are creative. We can do a lot, right? We are creative. Look at this. Even this. Let me go back. Even these words, you know? Look at this. There's just a lot to this that is interesting. These could be used for cards. It's just a lot. I just thought I said to myself, okay, in terms of like my glue books or things of that nature, or collages, I was like, this is interesting. Look, interesting. Just interesting. Then when I get back in here, it's just interesting. I could use this page. These look nice. Now, I'm not really concerned about, once again, I'm going to reiterate this. I understand everybody is not a consumer of alcohol, nor am I promoting the usage of it. But this book, you cannot say that this book is not. Look at that. There's no alcohol. Look. It's just interesting. It is very interesting. So I thought this would be cool to use in some future, look at that, to use in some future journaling. Okay? I came across this book, The World of Leonardo. So we know it's Leonardo da Vinci. I don't know why my tongue is rolling the way that it is. I kind of look at, oh my gosh, look at this. I kind of purposefully skimmed through the book a little bit. The reason I did that is because our painters, our historical painters are, not all of them, but some of them are known to paint and publish pictures with individuals that are unclothed. And more importantly than anything, I don't want to offend anyone, and I don't want to contribute to any level of inappropriateness, okay? So I went ahead and paper clipped off what I saw. But this book is of Leonardo da Vinci's, some of his works. And I like this, and I will be using it in some of my creative journaling, my junk journaling, my planning. Yeah. Undeniably, it is some nice artwork, you know? It really is. The images are nice. And I was very surprised when I came across it. But at the same time, when I was in there, look at this. This gives you for me, it gives off like a Tim Holtz type of vibe. This one, this one, this one. So there's a lot that can be used for just beauty and creativity and the creation of our journals and our crafting. This is Degas, Edgar Degas. So Edgar Degas, an artist, is another one that was prolific for painting individuals without their clothes on. So I've already gone through here a little bit and picked out and closed off what I did not want to try to be unfortunately displayed. Beautiful usage of color. Nice. I was looking at, what is her name? The Paper Outpost. And she was using a book where she had some old images like this. and she incorporated it into her crafting as well. I've seen several artists do it. I've done it myself. Like I said, it's all into our levels of appropriateness and how we do so. But these are beautiful. To me, these are some beautiful images. Just the painting itself, the detail, you know. Very nice. This reminds me of Penelope in Bridgerton. Oh boy. Sketches. Very nice. Really, really nice. So, everyone, this is going to conclude my haul for Thrifty Thursday. If you would be so kind as to subscribe, like, share, comment, come back again, I'd greatly appreciate it. Take care.